The Finding Purpose podcast is proudly brought to you by Relive the Moments, founded by visionary entrepreneur John Lim. We live in a world where it's easy to capture memories, but Relive the Moments makes it effortless to re-experience and share them. From NFC-enabled tap coasters and photo frames to interactive video cards, Relive the Moments turns everyday objects into unforgettable tap-to-experience keepsakes. Imagine gifting a wedding guest a coaster that instantly opens your highlight reel, or giving your event sponsors a custom frame that tells your story with just one tap. Whether you're celebrating a milestone, planning a wedding, honoring a legacy, or elevating a brand experience, Relive the Moments is the bridge between the past and present, between memory and connection. It's not just a product, it's an experience. Visit www.relivethemoments.com and use promo code PURPOSE for 25% off your first order. Let's bring your memories to life, one tap at a time.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Finding Purpose podcast. I'm your host, Adam Vora, and I'm so grateful to have you here. This podcast is all about exploring the journeys of incredible individuals, people who have faced adversity, found their purpose, and are now making an impact in their communities. But it's also about my journey. Over the years, I've faced my own obstacles, moments of doubt, and struggles with identity. Through it all, I found my purpose in giving back, creating a space where people can detach from the negative emotions and stigmas they may associate with their own stories, just like I did with mine. Here, we have real conversations about growth, resilience, and transformation. Whether you're searching for direction, striving for personal development, or simply looking for a place to feel seen and understood, this is for you. So if these conversations resonate with you, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and connect with us on social media. Now let's dive into today's episode.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Finding Purpose podcast. I'm Adam, and I'm grateful to have you here. Whether you're listening on Apple Podcasts or watching on the official YouTube channel of the Finding Purpose podcast, thank you for being part of this community. If you haven't already, please take a moment to subscribe, leave a review, and share. Your support helps us bring these meaningful conversations to more people. Today's episode is deeply personal and powerful. I'm joined by Bakanay Abdusalamova, author of Unanimous Decision, a story about Magomed Abdusalamov and how a will to live, patience, and love can defeat death. It's a memoir that takes us beyond headlines and into the heart of what it means to fight for family, justice, and hope. Bakanay's world changed forever the night her husband, heavyweight boxer Magomed Abdusalamov, stepped into the ring at Madison Square Garden. What followed was a devastating medical tragedy that would test her strength, faith, and resilience in unimaginable ways. Joining us as well is Arthur Blyakher, a newly named partner at the Edelsteins, Fagenberg, and Blyakher. Arthur's journey is inspiring. Immigrating to the U.S. at age 1, starting at the firm as a teenager, and rising through the ranks to where he is today. His role in Magomed's case began as a translator, but quickly grew into that of a trusted liaison, guiding communications between the family, doctors, lawyers, and everyone involved during the most challenging moments of their fight for justice. Today, Bakanay and Arthur share a story of courage, loyalty, and what it means to stand by someone when the world feels like it's falling apart. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I hope I introduced you in a great way. And we met at Equinox when I was working there and became friends. And I remember when you first released the book and you shared with me the English version, and it was an honor just to for you to share that with me. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Of course. I personally read the book. I read it twice. It's moving. And, I was really deeply honored by you reaching out to me and wanting to do this. And thank you. And thank you, Arthur, for joining and facilitating the conversation. But I kind of want to just jump right
Thank
into
you,
it.
Adam.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to be part of this.
Yeah. It's just kind of a big full circle moment for me. But it's just such a powerful story that I think that needs to be, it needs to be shared. And so Baka, I love how you opened the book with your early life. And I thought that was super cool because it really showed where you came from and Dagestan, in your early years. What was it like for you growing up in Dagestan?
Maybe Dagestan is a part of Russia. And Dagestan is the most beautiful place, beautiful mountains. We have a very beautiful girls and very strong boys. You can see. And we mostly there live on Muslim people. I'm a Muslim. And we also Dagestan has our culture where we practice and we raise by this culture. I'm raised my kids now. I live now in the US, but I'm still raise my kids. Mm-hmm. I was raising by my parents' home. And of course, it's maybe for someone, it maybe looks like more strict parents, strict rules. But we raised there, we born there. That's why we're okay with this. We like this. We like our people. We love our Dagestan and everything. And today, because of maybe my parents, how they raised me, how they gave me so much love and everything when I was baby and when I grew up in my family. My dad is, by the way, he's a police. He was a police officer. Yeah, and that's why today.
And your sister works with the police, correct?
Yeah, my sister also is a police. I had a brother, but I lost him in 2015 in a car accident. He was also police. I have mostly all my family, they're all police. My uncles, my cousins, mostly.
Well, it's funny because one of the things that you shared in the book is your father was very integrated into the community. Mm-hmm. And he was very protective of you.
Oh, yes.
And your sister. And he, one of the things that you shared is you were very shy growing up.
Yeah, my dad is everything for me. My dad gave me so much love. That's why I can share today my love with my kids, my husband, people around me. But my dad is a very nice person. Almost all Dagestan knows him. And my mom, she's a good woman. She never work. She's very beautiful woman, very nice, perfect wife and perfect cooker. She cooks so good. One day maybe you will try.
Okay.
Yeah, but in Dagestan we have a very good cuisine, right? Cuisine. Very good food.
What are your favorite? You mentioned one of the
manti.
Yes, you mentioned the manti.
I love manti. My mom always cook for me manti when I come home.
Can you share what it is to my audience?
It's like a dough and meat inside. You make it on a steam big pan.
Soup dumplings.
It's soup dumplings?
Like dumplings,
it's very
kind
similar
of
to soup
dumplings.
dumplings.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah, and you need to eat with sour cream with garlic, and you smell garlic after, but it's so good.
Worth it.
I love that. I mean, I love how you talk about, your parents and you talk about, your family dynamic and how you had a big family and people were always coming through.
We had always guests in my house, my parents' house, every day. Because my dad, my mom and dad, they are very гостеприимный house.
Welcoming.
Welcome.
Very welcoming and good host.
Yeah, good host and welcoming. We always had a guest in my house. Still, but.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So as you grew up in your teenage years, you said school wasn't your favorite thing, but
I was not very good at school, but it's okay.
But you liked math, and you at one point thought you were going to be a doctor.
Not doctor.
Well, then you go into medical, and then you were in the hospital. And
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I was thinking to be a doctor, but when we went to visit I don't know, someone from family in the hospital, and I saw this everything, this energy in hospital, I thought, no, I can't. I'm
Yeah.
not a doctor. And I went to just I get finance. I finished finance.
Well, one of the coolest thing is like after you went to school, and then you mentioned in the book how there was a moment when you acknowledged how important it is also to be a wife and a mother. And you talked about the beginning of, when you were being courted, and your father was during the marriage process. And I want to talk about that a little bit because that's such an important part of your story. How you and Magomed's early love, and how it wasn't early love initially, and how you grew to fall in love with him. And I thought that was beautiful when I read it. So you had 800 people come to your guys' wedding.
Yeah.
Can you talk about the cultural significance of the marriage process?
For me, it's everything. Like I grew up with this. For me, it's normal, everything. And only here when we moved and people hear about, it's like, oh my God, can you tell me about can you tell it's so interesting? Because our marriage, it's arranged marriage, right?
Yes.
Arrangement. But it doesn't mean someone pushing you to marry. No, it's like my husband, his dad says like, we're neighbors, but I never see him. Maga saw me. Because he's a boy, he looked to the girls. I was out.
He saw you at the technology store, right?
Yeah, he saw me outside, and he was thinking, oh, like beautiful girl, he said. And after some time, his dad asked him, he said, Maga, do you know this this guy Abdullah? My dad's name is Abdullah. His daughter Baka, do you know her? And he said, I saw her, and he said, what do you think about if I will go ask for marriage? And he said, I'm okay. He said, I get oh yes, I like her. And he said, yes, I'm okay. You can ask. And his dad came to my dad, but they were friends also, his dad and my dad. And he came and he said to my dad, you have a daughter, I have a son. What should married, do something? And my dad, of course, he said, I will think about. I will let you know. I will talk to my family. And they left. And my dad came home and they told me, I remember this day, I was sleeping, by the way. I had a nap. I like to have a nap. And my mom came and say, Baka's some guy trying to engage. I'm like, who, mom? Come on. I was 17. No, I was just 18. I just turned 18. I'm like, who? And she said, this is neighbors and your dad's son. And just see him. Maybe you will like it. I say, okay, I will see him. And I remember I saw him. First time he came to our house. Or I think it was outside. I don't remember first time, but I remember this, remember in your eye, in your head. I remember how I was outside. He was walking in a дорогу переходил. Crossing the street. And I'm and they told me, this is a Maga. And he was wearing white shirt. And it was sunny day, pants. And it was a little bit windy. And his shirt was moving. And he's walking like an Indian movie. I'm like, oh my God. I think, why not? I say to my mom, I don't know, I'm okay. And she's okay, finally. And she told to my dad, she said, she's okay.
Yeah.
We can do it. And they came, they get engaged. And, we never talk. We just first talk us before 10 days before marriage. We had, we went to register our...
marriage license?
Yeah, license. Yeah. And it was... I went with my mom, he came with his dad, and they left, and we were alone in a room, and I'm it was some paper to sign, and it was question are you taking your husband's last name? And I'm and he came behind me and said, yes, you're taking my last name. I'm okay. This was our conversation. And one more time, he came to my house. He called my brother. I had a brother that he was young also. He was younger than me 2 years, and he came and he said, like, I opened door. He's like, tell your brother, I'm coming tomorrow. And he's like talking, smiling, and I was so nervous. This was our two conversation before we married, and we just get married.
Yeah, and I think that's so fascinating. You know, I'm Indian, and culturally, like a lot of my cousins also had arranged marriages as well, which, you know, back in India. So, you know, as foreign as it might be to like Americans, for me, it's not very, because I can understand it. And a lot of my relatives also had arranged marriages, and they have happy families, and they're great, and they're beautiful partnerships. So, you know, one of the things that struck me the most was, you know, after you got married, then you started to get to know each other. And and you said like you had an apartment and you would like play darts and you would
I wrote this everything.
and you play hide and seek. And
now you know everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I read the book and I like it was beautiful. Talk about, you know, that early day. Like, how did love between you two blossom?
I will tell you also about our day marriage, wedding day. I mean, it's we have mostly people makes a separate wedding. I had my restaurant for 1 million people. I mean, it came around
1 million?
Oh my God, 1,000. Sorry. Okay, and he had his.
So many followers you have.
Yeah, he came. He came pick up me from my house. We went to park. We walked, and we went to my restaurant. We stayed there. We a little bit danced there, and we left to his restaurant. And just in one day, everything.
Yeah.
And we stayed in his restaurant, and we came home. Yeah, I had around 1,000 people in my wedding.
So that's how it is. The bride has her family, where it's like kind of their headquarters, and everyone comes to pay respect to the bride's family. Mm-hmm. And then the groom has their family, and then they come and pay respect to the groom's family. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then you guys are off.
Yeah.
So, you know, those early days, what was the hardest adjustment for you when becoming a wife?
Just nothing. I just was stressing about how I will look like. But I'm 18. What do you think? I'm thinking about like anything. Only just about wedding day, dress, my hair done. Like, we're not thinking about, how it will be after 10 years. I think we're too young to think about this. Of course, every girls want to be happy and have a love with husband. We all dreaming about this and have a handsome husband, beautiful wife. But who knows what happened tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
We're just dreaming about good wife always. Yeah.
One of the things you wrote was cutting your rights in half. You wrote marriage, cutting your rights in half and doubling your responsibilities. That's what it takes to build a family. And I took away from that, like it was super powerful because it indicated the sacrifice you made, like early on, because he was in his career.
Oh, no, of course, when we married, like my dad said, you married once. We always, I think all girls, again, want to marry once in a life, right? Mm-hmm. And we know in a house, main person is the husband. And for us, it's normal. And I can tell, I'm 39, I'm still telling, I would not love like maybe husband if he will be behind me. I want husband in front of me because I want to be a princess behind him. And we grew up like this, and husband word, it's always main word. Mm-hmm. Of course, it's not I'm like his puppy running around. No, it's we're talking, but we're listening to his husband, and he's supposed to listen to us. Mm-hmm. He's supposed to take care of me, work, bring money, and I'm just make his wife beautiful. I don't know.
No,
I can talk about this a lot, but because of my English, a little bit maybe not too much.
It's okay.
I'm just trying to make it shorter, but and I like it, and I feel it's for me. I don't know about anybody like I can't tell today about like all people, but for me, I would like to now my husband back, and he will responsible for everything.
Yeah,
and I will be his little princess.
Yeah. I remember at some point early on, somebody asked Baka, do you find it a little bit liberating, that you're no longer this housewife alone and you could make all these choices for yourself? And she gave such an elegant answer, basically echoing what she just said, where I'm not liberated now. Now I'm stuck with the chains of responsibilities that I never had before.
Oh yeah.
And it was a powerful,
Yeah.
statement then is on point to what you're asking.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
If someone thinks it's not right, maybe for them not right. For me, it's right. It's like
Yeah.
everyone has their own decision how to live his own life, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. Where nowadays, like a lot of women need to like be on equal footing with their
Yeah.
husband, and like if that's for them, that's for them. But at the end of the
It's
day,
just
like
for myself, because we all grew up like this. We have our culture, and I like it.
yeah,
And especially like my husband, like you said, you read my book. We married without love, but we like each other, and I think nobody fell love like us. Now we love each other. We get big love after we married.
yeah.
I remember I came to my mom's house after months. I said, "Mom, I think we're born for each other." Mom, I was so happy.
Well, you said that in the book. You're like, more so often you see people, marry with love and stay married for 10 years and then end up divorcing. And then you see people who, marry in lust, and then, it's a very short-lived marriage. And for you, the love grew from the day you got married, and it continues to grow, exponentially.
I would not change this for myself. If now I will go back.
Yeah.
I will love it.
And I love that.
And we start to love each other. And like you say, we were playing at house. We had a 2-room apartment. We were playing hide and seek. We were playing everything. We could 4 a.m. wake up and go to the beach together.
Yep.
We always did something. This is I like on him. He always like, do you want this? Yeah, okay, come, we can do something. And one more thing, you don't need money for this. Like people can say, oh, of course, when you have a money, it's fun. But no, you don't need the money for hide and seek. You don't need the money to go to the beach walk, go to the park, just walk outside. It's everything for free, but it's very expensive. That's why I need to appreciate this.
Yeah, no, and I love everything that you just said about like the early life when you were playing hide and seek and whatnot. And I remember the story that like struck out at me the most was like the teddy bear story and how he got Charles. That was hilarious. Where he was like, I thought that was hilarious. But I want to move into his early career. And he is slowly rising amongst the ranks in boxing in Russia. What was that like for you? And you said your family came traditionally from a wrestling background, and I think in the book he was seeing that like there was martial arts starting to be incorporated into the community, and rather than go into wrestling, it steered him into boxing. What was it like? Because I think you even alluded to like, when you first noticed him, you didn't know that he was a boxer.
No, we know he was boxer. He just started. It was not professional. It was just inside of, in Russia. And he just started. And my dad, why my dad likes him so much? Because my mother was not working and he was young. He was 23 years old. He didn't make money a lot. My dad he never looked for money. He always looked for a nice guy. And when he heard he start to box, my dad loved boxing, and he loved him so much. He's like, he's a nice guy. We should tell Baka we should do this. And we just married, and he started to fight. And he started to fight, but it's not professional yet. It's just regular inside Russia. Yeah, of course I was stressed. I like, oh, my husband's so strong. He's a big guy. He's 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah.
Big shoulders, handsome guy. But after when you recognize everything, how it's hard, how he getting also punched and it's not healthy, you get nervous, of course. And first, I like it, but after I'm like, no, Maga, should we just stop? Should you stop this? Do it? I was telling him to stop. Yeah.
So as he's rising and now he's fighting professionally, right? And he's knocking people out left and right.
Yeah, he knocked out so much people. Before also professional, he knocked out people, And I was 3 times on his fight. I was, oh my God, it's so hard. You're ready to run there and fight. but I keep
Good
myself.
thing you didn't.
I didn't. I should do it. But Maga said after, he said, I feel how you're nervous, and I'm nervous more. I'm trying to do my best, because I know if I will lose in front of you, you will knock out yourself there, or pass down, something will happen. That's why he say, just stay home. I think it's better for you, for me, than you will come here and stress out. And I'm nervous when you're here. I'm afraid, for you. That's why I'm okay. And I never go. I was only 3 times.
So you went to his first 3 professional ones?
Not first. It was not first. Maybe it was almost last.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Okay. And, as you saw him getting better and you saw him winning, what was that like? And, obviously he's pursuing his dream, and, you're supporting, and you're also in the process of starting a family and the birth of your first daughter.
First, of course, when he gets be famous, I was a little bit not very happy, because a lot of girls start to look at him, and I'm jealous. I was, oh my God. But of course, I like when he wins, when he champion everything. But again, I was too stressful when he getting higher and higher, and it's stronger and stronger guys. I was telling him to stop, and he was one time. It was happened I don't remember when, but we were talking about this, and he said maybe I will stop, but his dad said no, you can't stop. You have to go. That's why he didn't stop.
Yeah. And during this period of time, you're going from Miami, he's training in LA, you're first, really first coming to the United States. And
first I couldn't come here. I was in Russia. He came here for 2 months. We stayed separate 2 months. It was, oh my gosh, hardest time, because how I can stay without him. And he was here complaining about, because we're not here. He was telling manager, make a visa for my wife. She need to come here. And finally we get here 2010 first time. Miami, yeah.
Yeah. And your first daughter was already born?
I had already 2 daughters.
2 daughters.
And I was, by the way, I was pregnant on 3rd daughter, but 1 daughter might die in Miami. And we stayed 2 months. We went back to Russia, and we moved with my older 2 daughters to California after.
Okay.
And we lived in California 1.5 years. We had 1 more daughter there, now my Patimot. And we were traveling, but we were in the U.S. mostly.
So he's fighting, he's rising to prominence, right? And now, I want to talk about the night that obviously changed your family's life. You have your 3 daughters. You really outline really well leading up to that night in the book. I want to maybe talk to Arthur, because you've looked at all of the, you've looked at everything when it comes to the legal and the medical, but leading up to the night, because I'm sure part of the case included how he prepared and whatnot. Did he do anything differently?
No. There are very strict rules when it comes to boxing. You have to have medical exams. You have to have clearance. That is something we did investigate.
Yeah.
And for a moment, there was a thought that maybe he shouldn't have been cleared, but that wasn't really an issue. He was a beast.
Yeah.
He still is a beast. The guy's huge. The guy's strong. He was rising through the ranks because he was great.
Yeah.
The prep for the fight wasn't an issue. Unfortunately, I had to watch that fight more times than I could count.
Yeah.
Never want to watch another boxing match again.
Yeah.
What I learned about boxing, really leaves a bad taste in your mouth.
Yeah.
But one of the things we did do is bring about some change, at least in New York, when it comes to boxing.
Yeah. I want to kind of walk through that night. He starts off the fight, and when you're talking about it, you say that there was a point in the fight where you didn't recognize his face. And you're sitting at home watching this.
Yeah, I was in Miami.
and you're sitting at home in Miami. He's up at MSG. Can you just walk us through a little bit about like what you went through while the fight was happening?
Daytime we were getting ready. I was sure he will win and he will come back home. We will celebrate this. And I was ready. I went to store. I bought like some food. I was going ready to cook for tomorrow. I thought today's fight. Tomorrow he will come back. Like people. His mom also was with me, and my kids, 3 daughters. And this night he started. I was watching on my phone. My little daughter was sleeping next to me, and I was watching. And it's his start. And I just was. I don't remember now exactly, but it was first or second round. When the camera show his face, I'm like, I don't know. I know my husband very well, and I saw some weird in his eye, like something happened. Like I don't know. I've maybe felt this, but I asked myself, like, what happened to you, Maga? Like it looks like he get not afraid. He never afraid in a ring. It's just like I don't know, some confusion in his eyes, and I'm like, what happened to you now? And I see this on first or second round, and I couldn't watch everything. I just was looking and watching, like walking around, nervous. I was praying. My daughter started to cry. She woke up, and yeah, when I saw, oh my God, it's crazy.
Yeah.
His face, when I saw his face, oh my God, when you, oh my God, I can't. When you want to go through this phone and do something, hug him, help him. I started just text him, Maga, don't worry about this fight. You're the best. You're the strongest. Just forget. It's okay. Like it's first time you lost, but we don't care about you lost. Just I need you healthy. Come home. I'm waiting for you. Love you so much. I still have these messages, I think, picture.
Yeah.
And of course he didn't reply to me. And I was calling his friends, brother, can you just give him phone? I want to talk to him, just hear a voice.
Yeah.
And they're like, he's busy. And only we called, his mom called to brother, and brother gave to Maga. And Maga he said some word, I don't remember now exactly to tell, but I heard him from mom's phone. I'm like, okay. And I was texting him, can you call me when you will be free? Like texting him. And it's still not replying. Yeah. And it was night. I was looking, searching. I was texting to all friends. Tell me what happened. Where is him? He said, like, he's sleeping. He's in the hospital. 1 second. He gets sleep. He's and they didn't give him.
You said it was
phone.
his brother. His brother.
Yeah,
you were communicating with.
Yeah.
And he said something along the lines of like, he's resting. And
yeah, he's resting. He's like sleeping. He will call you later. I'm like, okay, like I'm waiting. And I remember I was not sleeping, and I woke up morning, like, you're sleeping, you wake up, and I saw my phone. I was outboxing. It's outboxing.com. It's news, boxing news, and it was, oh my God, Bakanay Abdusalamova in a coma.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was like a coma. It's like it's so crazy. What kind of coma? Coma, when you hear coma, it's so bad.
Yeah.
And I start to call there. I'm like, I want to come there. And his dad told me, like, wait for me. His brother was there. Wait for me. I'm coming and you can fly. I was waiting for his dad. His dad came back from New York to Miami. He stayed home. I took my little daughter. She was 10 months. And I just flew to New York. And I remember I went, his friends came to airport to pick up me. And I was driving, and they just told me, Baka, like, try to keep yourself, don't cry, don't nothing, like, be quiet. I'm like, why? Like, but I already knew he's in a coma. Of course, it's nothing good there. And I remember it was in a hospital, in a Roosevelt Hospital in New York. Reanimation ICU,
ICU,
yeah. And he was in ICU, and they told me, please, maybe he can hear you. He's a coma, but he can hear you. Oh my God, he was laying down. His face was swollen. He had a surgery on head, and I'm like, oh my God, this is my Maga. This is strong Maga, because when he was leaving, it was early morning, and I remember I packed his stuff before fight, and he was leaving. I remember I opened the door. I'll cry now. And he's like, bye. And he also asked bye.
When was the moment that you realized that like nothing's going to be the same?
It's after 3-4 years only, because I was hoping he will be better. Like one more year. Now. I was running to do everything whatever I can. I was never being a medical, but I don't know, God gave me so much, I don't know, strength.
Strength.
Yeah,
Strength.
I don't know, it's like every morning comes to my head what I need to do. I came to rehab, I was in a hospital, I'm doing this. I will start to working him with doing like, I don't know. And first of all, I know one thing. Of course, God leave him for mom is mom, dad. But first days when this happened, I was walking like, it's like you somewhere. Как сказать, в пространстве каком-то, like in air.
Strange land.
Yeah, strange land.
You're here in the strange land.
Yeah, like
it's not home. You have no family.
Yeah, I was with my little daughter in the hospital. I was 2 months sleeping.
She was in the stroller, right?
Yes. I sleep on not this chair. This is too perfect. Small chair. Chair. 2 months I was sleeping. And
you talked about that. You said,
his friend
I never
brings
understood how people could fall asleep sitting up.
Can you imagine? Yeah.
I want to bring Arthur in because while this is happening, and now there's going to be a legal, battle inside. People obviously came to you and they go, "Hey, listen, you should take legal action against the WBC." Talk to me about how that unfolded, because the one thing you said it wasn't ever about the money as much as it was about just, someone taking a responsibility. And it was also about changing the rules to protect future fighters. And, I love that. So talk about that process when you decided to move forward. And what was
him?
I'll defer to Arthur because I'm sure there are different legal options that were explored, whether it was suing the WBC, whether it was even suing his opponent, whether it was suing, whoever was involved. How did that unfold?
Lots of work, lots of investigation. Certainly, no one played a bigger role, honestly, than Bakanay. Before we get into the legal, she said something that I have to touch on. You asked her when did she come to terms with when things are going to be the same, and she said 3 years. That's not a lie. For 3-4 years, that stubbornness is what kept Mago alive.
Yeah.
Because if she would have listened to anybody that said Mago will not survive, Mago will not get up, if she would have given into that, he wouldn't be where he is today.
Yeah.
Now, fast forward, when they came to us, I was studying for my first law school exam, and I get a call from my boss, Paul Edelstein. I know you're busy. I need you to come here right now. I need a translator. So, I get dressed. First time in months, I probably put on something other than slippers and head to the office where I meet some of Mago's family and like a publicist who comes with like a camera. They made a whole spectacle of it. And it was weird because that's not who we are as a firm. I've been with this firm for years. They're not about the show. It's not, you won't see us on billboards. What we do is police where the government stops. Civil lawyers. We don't throw people in jail, but when somebody makes a mistake, we try to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Here, it was a question of, is this just boxing? And that's what most lawyers would have said. You know what you're getting into. You're stepping inside a ring to get hit in the head.
Yeah.
We quickly recognized that that's not what it was. People failed Mago.
Yeah.
Paul had a great analogy where it's like a lifeguard in a pool and you got two swimmers. How does someone drown? The ringside doctors failed Mago Baka mentioned that she saw something wrong between the first and second
On
round.
TV.
She watching from TV saw that something was wrong. She's right.
Yeah.
That's probably when he sustained an injury to his face. Watching different angles, some that were televised, some that we got through other publications, surveillance footage. He said during the fight, I think it's broken.
Well, he broke his hand, then he broke his cheekbone.
He broke his cheekbone.
And he broke his
And one of those hits might have caused the damage that ultimately led to the brain bleed.
So when you're exploring options on how to take legal action, obviously you have to depose probably his opponent. You have to depose every single doctor's.
If only it was that simple.
No.
First, you have to keep them here. Mago is here on a work visa. He was a fighter. He was a professional fighter. That's his job. That's the only thing that kept him in the United States. The second he suffered that injury, he's no longer a boxer. He no longer has that visa. So now we're scrambling, get them legal status to stay here.
Yeah.
Then he's incapacitated. Remember, he's in a coma. He can't make decisions. You need to appoint a guardian.
Yeah.
Who is going to play that role? Who could play that role? So we had to quickly scramble, get guardianship, get immigration lawyer involved, and then, only then, do we even have the ability to take the next step, which is the legal things that we do. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't have been done without immense help and guidance from remarkable lawyers and people. The case was brought under the name of Charles Thomas. He was the appointed guardian for Mago. Baka was the guardian of the person. She got to make decisions for his health. But she had to take the leap of faith and trust us in appointing a stranger to them, a retired judge, Charles Thomas, who was the father of our co-counsel, Dan Thomas, who was brought on by Paul Edelstein, to bring the case in his name. Because he could do it, them not having citizenship, they couldn't.
Okay.
So that was the whole scramble. Immigration-wise, he had an immigration lawyer, Brian Heller, in Florida, who years without getting paid was, standing on his head to help keep the families here. Mm-hmm. You asked me before my role, communicating, making these things happen. And Baka and I making all these decisions on the fly, Am I going to stay here? Will I allow Judge Thomas to be a guardian? All of these millions.
Everything goes from Arthur.
Yeah.
I was going out, Arthur. It was like not that screaming fight. And after, okay, Arthur, okay, we will do that. And he never told me. He comes for us now, part of our family. He knows. I always say, Arthur, still today, yesterday, last week, I called him. I said, Arthur, can you help me with this? He called me and he helped. Sorry, I came now between, but
that's fine.
In our 12 years, I get a lot of hard times God give me, but he always send me some people. I have I can tell you how many people who help me, not like a work, who help me with heart. And I think Arthur is one of this person who is still with us. He's like our family. That's why when I talk to you, I say, Arthur, you need to come with me because only you know this everything.
Quick break to shout out our sponsor, Relive the Moments. Founded by John Lim, they're redefining how we share memories. From tap-to-play photo frames to interactive coasters, they turn ordinary objects into powerful, shareable experiences. Perfect for weddings, events, or milestone moments. Relive, reconnect, reimagine. Check them out at www.relivethemoments.com. Now back to the show. I'm so grateful that you brought him because, I think, providing insight into the legal side and the actual process. It wasn't just suing the WBC. There were so many other things that you had to, jump over in order for you to reach that final, judgment. But during this entire process, you're also, doing all the things that you're doing when it comes to, a lot of you said that there was an Indian doctor who did the surgery.
Dr. Swarup.
Yeah. Shout out to Indian. Sorry, I'm Indian.
Yeah, no, he saved Bago's life.
And like in that moment, like his brother made the decision to like move forward with it. And if it was like, if the timeline got pushed an extra 10 minutes, it would have been a very different results. But what struck me the most in the recovery process was the role that you took, and how these doctors were telling you I think in the book, you literally say the doctors told you he's going to be a vegetable. Mm-hmm. The doctors told you he will never do this. The doctors told you he would never do this. And you said no. And that is
Arthur know everything.
That's the most inspiring part for me, because it really, I just felt so connected to you when you wrote about that process, because you went against it and you got him moving and you stayed with him every single day. And, like even when, you said you had the exercises with the hand and, like even with the food, you eventually helped him to train his food where it's not going down his breathing.
He was learning how to chew.
He was learning how to chew.
How to drink.
You have to drink.
You had to thicken his water.
Yeah.
So he could drink water.
Yeah.
How many years with his worm?
Yeah. And that was like, that's just so powerful. Talk to me about that.
I think to tell me this everything, it's not enough one day. If I will start to talk about this all, wherever we went through, I would try to make short.
Yeah.
But when I started to talk about this in the hospital, first days, I was thinking, if he will die, I will do something with myself, because I will never see my life without him. I was too crazy about my husband. I love him so much, but it's a little bit different, maybe love now. But I love him. He's like my family. He's close, half of me, I feel like. I know him I know his body better than my body. And when this happened, God knows, I will not lie, but I think God leave him here for me, because he was dying.
Yeah.
Doctors, they were saying we were asking when he will start talk, when he will open his eyes. They're like, we don't know, maybe he will die. He's dying. And my mind was, if he will die, I can't survive. Yeah. I will just die. I can't. I forgot about my kids. I have a parents. I have a brother, sister. I was crazy about him. And thanks God, he's alive. And I like, okay, he was in a hospital. We went to rehab. And every day I'm like I started to learn how to drive. I was not driving very well.
Yeah, that's a cool part of the book.
Yeah, I was driving every day 1 hour, one side. He was in rehab in New York. It's 1 hour away. I had 3 kids, 10 months, my daughter. And I was driving there. I don't know how I did this everything. Like people asking how you did this, and still I'm thinking how I did this.
Yeah.
Because God, we are Muslim, we believe of God, and God helping so much, because when this mind came to my bad mind, my thoughts came to my mind okay, I will die, I can't live this, and after 2 minutes changing my mind, and I'm okay, everything good, dancing, okay, music, and still today, 12 years is the same. Yeah. But now I'm not going to die, of course. How I can leave this world without me.
Well, you talked about that dark chapter where, you...
And I swear, God, if that first 1-2 years, if doctor will say, give your brain to him and you will die, I was ready to do it. I was so crazy. Yeah. My girl who helped me with Maga also, 8, she knew this. I was ready to give him my brain and die, because I thought I can't without him. I can't, I'm dying. It's better to die than live like this. And after I lost my brother and I a little bit woke up, I oh my God, I have a kid, I need to live, how I can die? Okay, come on. But to work out with him, again, go back to the rehab, doctor said he's not thinking. And I'm how he's not thinking? He opened his eye. He said, no, he can't think because his brain very a bad condition. And I'm okay. And he didn't start yet moving his fingers. He just was walking. I bring colors of paper, green, blue, red. And I was just showing him, Maga, look at red color. And he's moving his eyes. I say, okay, look at the blue. Where is the blue color, Maga? And he's looking at blue color. And I'm like, I took a video and I showed to doctor. I say, do you think he's not thinking? Because he's right. He say, yeah, maybe it's like this, but no, because he's very bad. Like, I say, okay. And he start to move fingers. Mm-hmm. And I say, how many, Maga, 2 plus 2? How many is like 1 plus 1? And he start to show with his fingers. I took a video again. I said to doctor,
you said you did like that.
Yeah, can you look? I say, his fingers say, yeah, maybe that. So he said, like, he will never be same. He will never talk. He will never feel love. I remember this word. It's catch me so badly because I love love. I don't know. We came in this world to give a love, to take the love and live in the love. Love everywhere with love. And when when doctor told me he will not feel love, I'm like, what? How we will live then? And my Magas today, most romantic person in the earth. Like he say, Romeo dead when I born. He's singing me music. He always sending me music. He listening like beautiful wife. Or oh my God, his speech now about love you should hear. I say, Maga, you need to write the book.
Yeah,
he's very romantic. And when he started this do step by step everything. And he started to talk, like very slow, like and I heard him. I ran to the doctor. He's talking. He can't speak. I listen, and he's like, doctor, look at me. He's like, maybe you think. I think. And he came. He said, Maga, can you talk? And Maga, but I understand him.
Yeah.
And he say, maybe you think he's talking, but he doesn't talk. He can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding? Like, really? Am I going crazy now?
Yeah.
And I hear him. He's talking. He can speak in 2-3 languages, I can tell you. He has a better memories than mine. He remember everything. He remember last name, first name, day, of everything.
Yeah.
He's, mashallah, so good today. Of course, he's not walking, but thanks God, his brain, he understand me. He can speak. He can show me love. He can talk to kids. He can hug us. It's back. He's back, but not, of course, 100%. But anyway, thanks God for this.
Yeah.
God is helping so much because he saw my heart. I was running to take him. I was thinking 1 year, 1 more year, Magas will walk. 2 years will walk, 3 years. And after 3-4 years, of course, I understand maybe not to walk, but for me it was important. His brain to think, to talk, to be normal like us, to speak with me because I need to talk. I need to talk about love. I need to tell. Yes, I talk a lot. Every night we need to tell how we love each other. He's asking, why you love me? His question at night. I say, I don't know, Maga, like I love you. I don't know why, but I love you like a person. Like I love you. You handsome, but I don't know why I say, I just love you. And I say, why you love me? He say, you're so good. You're so kind. You're so nice for me. I love you now more than before. I'm like, thank you. We always talk about love.
While you're watching, the recovery and the legal battles going on, what were some moments that you observed with Baka? And obviously you were there for those dark moments when, she, alluded to where she wanted to, she considered taking her own life and, this distress got overwhelming. And what was it like? And if you can point out a couple moments where you were just like, wow, this one is resilient.
It's rough and I may get emotional. There were times where the doctor, I had to translate, right? I'm not a lawyer at this point. I was there to kind of keep the family happy, help them where I can. That was my early, assignment. And the doctor told me early on in Roosevelt, she has to understand he's probably not going to make it. And
nobody told me about this.
I told the doctor, I'm not telling her that.
I didn't know.
Somebody said that, and I'm like, I looked at her, and she's saying, we'll get him up. And for some reason, like, she probably will. This is before I knew her and what she is like. But there was something in the air in her aura that just said she's not going to let him go like this.
Yeah.
The amount of love that was just exhuming from her towards him, you could just see it. And it was moving. And, it did drive, I think, everybody we have to do everything we can because that can't go to waste.
Yeah.
And it didn't.
Yeah.
We don't have the money. Like people talk like money, but we had so much credit at school. We get credit from bank to live, to buy home food, for go to the gym for MAGA and do this all. And I remember how I was издевалась, как сказать.
She's torture.
Him, because I was telling like I need the money because he need to go rehab, and he say it's 1-2 days a week, it's enough. Doctor say, I say no, not 1-2 days. I need 5 days. And he say I'm not sure. I say okay, we're moving back to the Russia. I knew they don't want to me move to back Russia, and I was like okay, we're moving, and he was talking. I think speak to another lawyer. And they're like, okay, we will try to make more money, take from bank to send him more rehab. And I was like, okay, if something I didn't like, I said, okay, we're moving. And they did everything.
The rehab center was saying, we don't provide the service more than once a week. Baka and I are saying, I don't care what anyone says, get him going 3 times a week, or I'm leaving to Russia. My boss is saying, you can't let them leave. And
I knew what to say.
She taught me how to not take no for an answer.
Yeah.
She wanted something done. You find a way to get it done.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And obviously like that whole rehabilitation costs a lot of money. And there were a lot of people who rallied around you and helped contribute towards his rehabilitation. Then you said you had like awesome outpouring. You said Tyson sent you a $10,000 check. You said Khabib was a big part of it as well.
Yeah, a lot of guys helped us so much, a lot. But also, in America, medical, his is the most expensive medical.
Yeah.
It's like 1-2 days and it's done. But we had one guy, he's from Russia, Andrei Rybinsky, his name. He started to pay for us for this rehab. It's was expensive rehab, and it was in a month, I think 70,000, 65,000.
Something like that.
A month, right?
About
Yeah.
70,000.
Yeah, and he
It's
was
like rent in New
paying
York City
8
for a
months.
penthouse.
Yeah, 8 months he was paying. Yeah, we
Wow.
will never forget this. It's like very helpful for us. And also I want to tell about American people in America. They sent me so much envelopes with wishes, with some money. Someone was sending to my PayPal. Someone sending in an envelope. Oh my God, I still have this box with these wishes. Sometimes my kids opening and read. It's so many nice, good people in this world. I want all them hugs. It's so nice. You should read these messages from people. I wish them like health and everything good.
Lord.
Well, yeah, everything. We love them so much. It's so good. You should read this messages.
Yeah,
Oh
send
my
it to me.
God.
Yeah.
Ward, there's a guy, Ward.
He's still talking.
He became a pen. Yeah,
yes.
he became a pen pal.
Mm-hmm.
He reached out and he just read what happened, and he was like sending his social security checks
Yes.
to
$500 a month, right?
Yes.
help.
Until he had an issue with his house, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That's awesome.
it was just
He's still in touch with us.
I
My
spoke
daughter
to him
just
last week.
emailed him. Also, he's sending
Where is
an
he?
email.
he's in Arizona.
Arizona.
Wow.
He's now in a nursing home. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
He-
something like
old-
this.
No,
old
I
guy.
think that's so beautiful.
And one more thing, who was sending like 7 years or 8 years.
The farm.
Yeah, Farms was sending milk for us for free.
Milk and orange juice.
Orange juice and eggs.
Oh,
Can you imagine? Every Sunday. And when we moved and we got money, I just call there. I'm like so thankful. I have money today to pay. I'm still getting. I just paying now.
you're like, send me the bill.
Yeah. But this guy, he said, my dad's a start, and I want to just continue where my dad. So can you imagine what kind of people here? I'm like, oh my God.
And I think that's just
So
like a
good.
testament to just like the type of guy that Mago is, like people love them. And they
Yeah,
love
it's-
boxing, they love the sport, and they love what he represented.
And they feel the people like, problems, they want help. Everything you do today help for another people. God, everything will return. And I wish they will get more than whatever they did for us, goodness back and more money, because we never will forget this, what we get from people here.
Arthur, if you can just quickly summarize, like, I know like the legal proceeding kind of ended not too far off. It was like a little bit before you wrote the book is when I think the final judgment came for one of the cases. Just summarize that, and then after that I want to jump into just like a little reflection and like the closing part.
Sure. So there are two parts to the case. One, we sued in the Court of Claims against the state of New York because it was the New York State Athletic Commission. It's a ringside fight. It's sanctioned by the New York State Athletic Commission. The doctors are provided by the New York State Athletic Commission. So they were directly in the case, the state of New York. That case settled for $22 million. At the time, I believe it may still be a record for the state paying on an individual medical malpractice case. Separately,
I know the time it was.
Correct.
Yeah.
Separately, the ringside physicians, the case against them continued in state court.
It was 8 of them, correct?
It was 4, but I believe 1 got out because they weren't really responsible. The case really centered the after-fight care. They saw the signs, and they should have put him in an ambulance right away. They didn't. And they told him basically, there's a door. They were responsible for the delay, significant delay, that if that didn't happen, he would have walked in and out of the hospital on his own 2 feet. I believe that. Medicine supports that. That case settled once the trial was starting for a confidential amount.
Okay.
So I can't get into specifics of that, but there was a settlement, and as of now, the lawsuits are all wrapped up. Yeah.
Love that. Obviously you have 3 daughters, and I love how you end the book and you really are really reflective, and you talk about, how it's affected you in motherhood. Can you talk about motherhood and your daughters, and just how you're the glue, like you've the role from the shy girl in Dagestan, from the shy girl in Dagestan, and then having this fairy tale marriage, and now like I would never really strike you as shy. Like you're very like bold, and I've always admired you. It's particularly when it comes to the way that you raise your children.
Like I told Arthur, because I'm shy, I'm not the president of US today.
Fair. You might make a better one.
It's like a joke, but because I'm still shy, but not like, of course, I was good when I was kid. Or I never talk to people. I was too shy. I was hiding in my house when people come. And still, I don't like to go alone to shop. I'm not traveling alone. Still, I'm always with my friend or daughters. What about kids, again, whatever I went through, I'm still thinking how it's like a movie. When God's helping, because when you believe, like God will help you, I will do this, and when you do this in a good way, like God see my heart. He always, when I have a problem, He always send me решение.
Like a solution.
Solution, yeah. He always send me solution, yeah. Always. We pray, by the way. I'm not wearing hijab, but I'm praying. And we believe, and always when I was driving to rehab and come home every day, I was crying in my car and saying, please God. First I was like, why is this happened to us? Because we love each other, like we had a good family. But in our religion, we're not supposed to ask to God why. It's happened. It means God sending some
message, lesson.
Yeah, like испытание.
Lesson,
yeah, sending some lesson, and to see how we will do. But God see my heart. I love my husband so much. I love this world. I love life. I love, and I love my kids and around people. I was here. I just moved here in 2013 with my 3 kids. My husband in the hospital. But today is 2025. I have a small world around me. I have a good people, friends. I have my family, happy kids. My husband is happy. And one more thing in our religion, when your husband is happy, it means you will go in heaven. Yeah. When your husband happy with wife, it means God is happy.
There's something I also read where it's like you have, what are they called? If your husband's unhappy, he goes to heaven and there's like 40 like.
Yes, it's yeah.
But if he's happy, you're the most beautiful one.
Yes, Guri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was beautiful because
I was so mad. I'm like, why 40 more young beautiful Guris for my husband? I was so mad. And after they told me, okay, if you're a good wife here, you will be most beautiful there. I said, okay.
Your spot is secure.
And for kids again, God gave me this all power for everything, patience. Also it says in our religion, patience, bottoms of a patient is a gold. When you're patient, God always helping you. It's the most powerful thing to be patient in this world, and God always help you. That's why always God with me. He always helped me. How I raise my kids, I don't know. Because I raise them like my Dagestan culture. Of course, I give them a little bit free here, a little bit easier than Dagestan, but they're good kid. And my older daughter, she helped me so much. She's like a second mom from my kid. She helped me with my little daughter. She was doing like cleaning. She was taking care of them. She saw how mom was busy with Papa, and she helped me. And also some friend was around me who helped. I don't know how I did this everything.
Yeah.
But today I see the result and I'm happy. My kids are beautiful, healthy, happy girls. They're lovely. They know in this world, whatever is happening, love, it's always beautiful. They see how their parents love each other. They talk about us in the school. They talk about our love. And now I'm thinking I'm in the right way.
Yeah.
The perfect.
One of the things that you share about, your eldest daughter was able to kind of live through it with you.
Oh, yeah.
And
she helped me so much.
Stark contrast from your youngest daughter, who was just a baby.
Mm-hmm.
When you think about your youngest daughter only knowing that reality for her father.
Yeah, I know that. So Papa.
What do you do to remind her of his greatness?
Oh, first of all, my kids they love so much that they always with that. My little daughter, she was 10 months. I don't know, but she never left him. She always was in his bed. She always prays. I have so much videos. My papa love my papa, kissing, hugging. I took him home after 8 months, by the way. They were going to send him in the other rehab. But I went to another rehab. I saw this. I didn't like this energy there. I said, you know what? I'm taking him home. And they said, how you will take care of like 3 kids, you... And I'm like, I will figure out something, but I'm taking him home. And I took him home 2014 on September, I think, right?
Correct.
Yeah. And you see, after 2 years, we went to this rehab. I had some appointment, my mother had and they came like, oh my God, he's talking. He looks so good. He's not smile. He's laughing. He's smiling. I'm like, of course, what do you think he will do? Like, it's normal, of course. He's better. He can speak. He can laugh. And what else? I'm like, from one subject to another subject jumped. And this, I'm taking home, and he was home. I just was driving him to the rehab, and my kids always with us. My kids always with Papa. They always in a room. They always talking. They always dancing. We dance so much at home. We speak, they fight kids, they laugh, they play with Papa, like everything. And he need to see this all emotion in the home. That's why he's today he's with us. But I'm always talk about Magas is the best dad in this earth because he loves his daughter so much also. And I always tell them how his Papa was thinking, where they go, where they will do, where they will get married, how he will do. And he always was thinking about daughter. He always buy everything, whatever they want. And I always tell them how Papa was good and show them pictures, video, whatever we have when he was healthy. And now, anyway, my little daughter, she doesn't remember him healthy, but she know him like how he is now, and they love him so much. It's mostly, it comes from, we need to be smart. We are woman and a wife. If we will show beautiful pictures for kids, they love this. They love everything.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about like you, and I want you to, translate this like exactly how I'm saying it, because it's really important, because you're a selfless person. You're very selfless, and you've committed your life to your family. But through this entire experience, what have you learned about yourself?
My mother was saying when he was healthy, oh my God, if something happens to me, what do you do? You're so like a slabber. Weak, yeah. Because I was always behind my dad, and when I get married, I'm behind my husband. I'm like, I can't without you. You cannot, nothing can happen to you. Are you kidding me, I say? And now my mother saying now, oh my God, you remember he say, I was saying you weak, but you so strong. I don't know, this life teach us.
Yeah.
And everything happening is like experience, right? And it teach us how to be strong. Of course, like people ask me, how you do this everything? Like you never think like go step back, like say, okay, I can. And I always, what I say? Okay, if I will stay back and I give up, is it get better? And they're like, no, I said, that's why. It will never get better if you will go. I don't know. My husband is boxer. He's a fighter. His wife also need to be fighter. And I have 3 kids. I love this life. I want to live beautiful life. I want to see next to me beautiful, handsome man, my husband, and my happy kids, beautiful. And around me, it's only good people, beautiful people. And what about me? I don't know what I can tell about me. You ask me and I get...
It's a good question.
Yeah, it's good a question.
Obviously I've read the book. I'm sure you both also did. I mean, you wrote it. So when you're writing this book...
my daughter told me, Mom, you too, they always told me, you selfless. Yeah. Mom, do something for yourself. My kid told me.
Yeah, and they're right. They're damn right.
Like,
and you're doing it now.
For me, it's enough. I want to see my kids happy. Oh my God. This is my biggest dream in this life. To see my kids happy, to see marriages, wedding, my grandkids. I want to walk with my grandkids. I want to do something with them. I want to see them happy, because my life, I can tell today I'm a happy woman. No, I'm not. I was 9 years, but I will not lie. But I want to be happy mom. I'm happy daughter. I want to see my parents. My parents are very good people. My dad is my mom. I have 2 sisters. I lost my brother. My heart is broke in 2015. It's the hardest thing we can feel. It's lost your blood. And for me, it's today, I just want to be happy. I want to live this life normally and good, without any fight, quiet and healthy.
I want to talk about like the process of writing the book. Were you brought in a little bit for some reference with the book?
Not much.
Okay.
Not much.
Did you read it though?
I started reading it in Russian.
Yeah.
And I think it reads better in Russian than in English.
Yeah.
But my Russian isn't that great. So it's taking me...
I mean, it's better than mine.
Yeah.
Got me beat, Arthur.
Reliving all of that, it's hard to see it again.
Yeah.
Because as it was happening, I mean, I had the front row seat.
Yeah, the front row seat. And, obviously, like, you're reading through the book and you're reliving these moments. What moments in the book were difficult for you? And what moments in the book were just super powerful and you were just like, my God?
What's not in the book is just kind of continues what Bakanay was as a mother. She doesn't disclose the worst of it. She shields everybody from the worst that she went through. The way she shielded her kids from the worst. And, that resonated with me when reading the book. Uh, my favorite is her recognizing, I forgot what part of the book, where her stubbornness, she kind of like admits her stubbornness,
Yeah.
which I don't think she she didn't admit for years.
Yeah. I do remember that part of the book. Yeah.
Kaka.
Did writing the book help you heal a little more too?
This book, it's like maybe 20% of everything I could write, because I can speak, I can talk about this long day and not one day.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot. I went through a lot. Oh my God. Now people, when see the smiling at me, always they think, oh, she's okay. But they don't know behind us. He knows. We have some people who knows us, who was close to us, who is a family of ours, but it was long way. And I'm still thinking about whatever you asked me now about me. I think I got strong and confident.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that. I'm really grateful for you reaching out to me and including me in this conversation. And really, I'm grateful for you for facilitating everything and sharing, the insight that you had being on the front row seat. Now that, you have the book and you're speaking more about your journey and not only in, what your family went through and the ensuing aftermath, but also now in motherhood and, carrying such a powerful message. What do you hope other women and people who read the book take away from it?
No, my hope is always, people like to say money. When you have money, you have everything. No, but sometimes money doesn't mean doesn't give you everything. Like for me, when Maga's home, I'm dreaming now to just walk with my husband, just walk around our street. I want to go to walk in a park, to walk on a beach. We don't need money, right? I want to watch TV. And this is most expensive thing. We are not recognized when everything is good around. When this happened to me, but we appreciate before also too. Every day we're doing with Maga, we appreciate everything before. Now I appreciate more, and I'm telling my friends, oh my God, you have the most expensive thing. Use this. Just go spend time with your husband. You don't need to go shop. Just spend your time together, watch TV, cook together, I don't know, drink tea together. People doesn't appreciate this everything.
Yeah.
Everyone running around money, but they forget who is the most expensive. Your house, it's your family, your kids, your wife. Because today I stayed with him. Nobody, not this, his,
Friends?
Not only friends, fan club.
Not his fans.
Not his fans or anybody, I stayed. It was my decision to stay because I love this guy so much. And I want my family together. And I want to people maybe learn from my book again to appreciate life, health first, each other, and love. I think without love, I don't know. When I heard some people live 10, 20, 30 years and never love each other, I was shocked. I didn't know this happening to people. I feel sad about this woman or man. And again, this today when someone, in my situation, they woman or guy, they think I can't do this and they divorce or leaving, people start не осуждать.
Judge.
Never judge.
Never
I never judge today. Yes, I showing to people examples to stay together in this condition, in this situation, but I will never judge people who left. And when someone asks me if it's happened to you, your husband would leave you, I'm like, okay, this is his decision. This is mine to stay because I want to stay with my husband. Why I need to leave him? But and I know these people why they leaving because it's not easy. I know this hard. And when today people leave, don't judge these people, please, because it's hard work and everyone has only one life. We want to live this life nicely.
Yeah.
But I would afraid to do this I'm afraid of God. If I will leave today him, tomorrow something can be like another way. And my love, because I love him so much. Like,
I love that.
yeah, I don't know. I can't to this day. Like I'm 1 month now we are separated. He's in Russia, I'm here. We calling each other every day, and he say, how many days left? How many days left? I say, okay, 30 days. He say, I'm checking every second when it's finished. I say, oh my God. He say, I would like to get tired from you guys now. He said yesterday, because he's
Just hanging.
yeah, he just missed so much. He said, I would like to get tired from us, you guys, from my kids, like from this all around. I'm like, we're coming soon. He can't wait to see us.
Yeah.
He misses us so much. Just to tell this word, just love each other, people. And
Arthur, I have a question for you. Is this entire experience, you also watched her family grow, and how has it changed your perspective, not only professionally, but when it comes
has 2
to
kids.
witnessing her resilience and her bravery?
Well, first of all, I fell in love with their whole family.
Yeah.
This is family to me. They were at my wedding, and I can't imagine that we will not continue our life where we have this relationship going forward. I will always help them with anything they need. And I know that I could rely on them, but Bakanay has set an example of what it means to be a dedicated spouse. When she says you can't judge somebody that decides to leave in that situation, unfortunately, in the line of work that I do, it's not uncommon that people cannot, fulfill that role of caretaker.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly while raising 3 kids in a foreign land without speaking the language, with nothing behind you, it's inspiring. And I'm happy she wrote this book. And because I want people to see this, I think she can continue inspiring people to do what she has done, which is take somebody that's on the brink of death and get them to a point that no doctor would have ever predicted.
Yeah, I had to read it twice, and it was powerful. And I brought up some points that you even forgot that you put into the book, which is awesome. But I'm really grateful for both of you guys coming on. Do you have any final message that you want to share with my audience that you want them to take home, other than buy my book?
No, my book will come soon. I hope I will print on English and people can read here also, because I would like to share my story and to help maybe someone who is today in this situation. It will help to give them hopes. Everything after night, it's always sunny daytime. I mean, after rain, it's always sun. We have to be a little bit more maybe patient, and God always help us. And believe in God, because God is the biggest power. I can tell you 100%, because today I'm here smiling because of God. He gives me so much. I'm like, of course, maybe I can cry now. I'm not maybe perfect Muslim girl, but I'm trying to practice wherever I can. I'm praying, we are fasting, everything. But I know God is always with me. He always help. Just believe in God, love each other, take care of health, and just be happy.
Thank you, Baka. Guys, I'm super grateful for both of you. I do want to encourage my audience to, follow Baka and her family on her Instagram handle. It's at
Makbak1.
At Makbak1.
Mm-hmm.
At
Yeah,
Makbak1.
yeah.
Oh, look at you. I couldn't find you on social media.
I try to, hide that.
Okay.
But it's funny, when she shared a picture from my wedding, I had 1,000 requests the next morning for an immigration lawyer.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
By the way, I have opened my brand. I should tell this. My brand. I made my Bakanay jewelry.
Bakanay jewelry.
Yes,
Let's
look,
go.
it's silver.
Let's go.
It's coming. It's here.
Is it out yet?
It's already in Russia.
It's already in Russia?
I'm trying to bring here also.
Beautiful.
So, look at this, beautiful. It's about our story. It's infinity love. Like I say, Maga, how you love me or how you miss it? You say infinity. I'm like, okay, I will make our story. So
I love that. So, these two are super humble, but I'm going to promote them. Bakanay Jewelry. I do encourage you also, if you speak Russian, the book Unanimous Decision, a story about Magomed Abdusalamov,
Yeah.
and how a will to live, patience, and love can defeat death. Additionally, Arthur Blyakher, the Edelstein, Swegenberg, and Blyakher, their firm, obviously the best at what they do. But I'm just really super grateful to have met you, Arthur, to just, our friendship, just, you've always supported me from a distance, and you've shown up for me at different times. And I've always, really valued our friendship. Except when you made me do ab workouts, but I'm super grateful for, having crossed paths with you and that you trusted me and, my platform to share this. And, you are going to Russia for the summer.
Yes.
And I really hope you just have such a beautiful summer with your family at home. And, I'd like to just thank everybody who is listening and watching and wherever you're consuming, whether it's here, whether it's in Russia, whether it's in Miami, wherever. I'm really, really grateful. And, I really would like to, thank these two. I want to thank my producer, Claudio. And I encourage you to just share this to, anybody who you feel Baka's message would resonate and touch, or someone who just needs to hear it. You follow, subscribe on YouTube, and thank you so much. And I look forward to continuing to grow this amazing community.
Thank you.
Thank you.